Are any of you a sensitive that tries to acclimate or, blend into society and what's the word? Like, I blank out when I'm on camera. See, it's like, it's this weird, it's the blank out when I feel people are watching me. Why do I do that? Knowing people are watching me, I cannot. That's interesting. Knowing people are watching me, it makes me nervous and I blank out. Because that's exactly what happened. It was like all of a sudden I'm picturing people looking at me and it's like my brain literally just blanks. Like I can't think of anything. I can't think of words. It's like I freeze. I'm in freeze state. Wonder what causes that. By yourself, what causes me to freeze? Just because somebody's watching me. Why do I not want people to watch me? Give me a minute. I'm going to try to think on this. I'll try to see if I can do it on camera and not have it be too long. I'm going to cry. Because basically you're watching me process in real time. Because something's coming up. I don't know what it is. I can feel it right here. Right here. I know I haven't done much with myself. I haven't been feeling that great today, so I am taking it easy. And I haven't showered yet, so I look a little gross, but why do I get nervous when I know people are watching me? Why do I not want people to watch me? What's the big fucking deal? See, like, when I don't know things, I cry. It makes me sad to know that, like, I don't understand. I mean, I know that, like, I got reamed at by my dad if I spoke when spoken to, or I don't know, but see, to me, I think this has to deal with the stuff in school of being teased so hard, like, and it was very embarrassing for me to be called fire crotch in the middle of class, like when I just raised my hand to like answer a question. It was pretty traumatizing. Like I'd come home from school and I would talk to my mom or try to talk to my mom about it, and she'd be like, just smile. Like, it's not helpful. And how does that help me? I mean, technically it is the right thing to do, but not in the way she was having it come off. That's an emotionally immature answer, but let's see here. Okay. Okay, just breathe. Hold on. Why? Why? See if oh, that's okay. Anyways, let me see if this will help me talk about. That's the thing, is that I'm so used to having to conform. See, there's the word. Now I'm letting sources coming through. I'm used to conform to the way that others are, as a way to blend in, to not stick out. I stuck out like a sore thumb, for real. Like my hair was so much more orange when I was younger, and my freckles stuck out. Like they were so much darker, and obviously I'm past, I love all of it now, but like when I was younger, I had no self-worth, no self-love. So I didn't, and nobody ever told me that I was beautiful, that was beautiful. So, and then when I'd get teased for it and then try to get help and advice from my parents that didn't give that. Anyways, so I had a point here, something I was trying to say, not conforming. So I would conform for that reason, but I also conformed because being different got me in trouble. It was a survival tool in my home base and at home, in my home environment. But anyway, so I was at work yesterday and the alarms went off because the electricity and everything was going wonky yesterday in a very interesting way, something that I always experience. And apparently every place I live, I bring that with me. It's a type of electrical charge. Power goes out, internet goes out in towns I'm in for days. One time it was a week. And they were down to just using like ATM. Anyways, I'm sorry, I veer. I gotta stay focused. I don't know what that's about. That's a whole nother thing to try to look into. Focus, conform. Well, that's okay. So that's part of what I'm saying is the conforming. So anyways, the electricity went off and then it made the alarm systems go off, which in turn made the alarm systems go beep, 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 beep for 4.5 hours. And as a sensitive, that'll literally drive you crazy. It'll make your nervous system and your brain just like, and, for real, like I ended up having a panic attack by the end of the shift and I was crying, and it took me like 3 hours after the shift to calm from that. That's insane. Well, and then I tried to play music to try to cover it up yesterday. And anyways, so it definitely triggered a sensitivity for me as well as just for sure a sensitivity. And that's all it needs to be. But so then today my boss wanted to know if I could work a shift today where I'm exhausted from that shit yesterday. You don't even know. Like that stuff, like it, and I thought about not talking about it, like, cause he was like, oh, well, here you can, if you want to, cause he knows I'll pick up hours. And he's like, if you want to pick up these hours, you can come in today at such and such a time. And it was going to be cutting it too close to my therapy session. So, and I felt like shit when I woke up, like my body felt run down. And that's the thing. The majority of people who are not sensitive don't understand that something like that, it may seem small, it may seem insignificant to them because it has no effect to them, is catastrophic for a sensitive. It literally like makes your whole body break down, right? Like that's why I'm like, I'm not going to shower until later. But I thought about this and I really wanted to talk about this. I feel like other people might resonate. And I've been wanting to try to get more real moments of my healing process in real time, very transparent, to help others see what it's like, what healing in one perspective actually looks like. I know for me, when I was starting the healing journey, it was hard. Like, it was like, well, how do you do that? What do you do? I just started seeing a therapist and I kind of just let, my alignment with my higher self happen somehow. And then just ended up in flow state for a good couple years. So at least that I got to experience and know it exists before it was kind of ripped away for a minute. But anyways, I tried to, when I told him today, because it was the first time that I was actually honest about the fact that I was like, you know what, honestly, I'm a little drained from yesterday. I'm exhausted. And he knew that I had was having a sensitive issue because I ended up sending him a text message saying, can you get a hold of the guy? Because it was the guy next door, the business next door, his and our business, the only businesses to lose power to, by the way, or not mine business, his Paul and his wife, their business. I had reached out to him and said, his alarm is going off. Beep, beep, beep. And is there any way you can get him to turn this off? He's like, oh, well, he's not going to be in there till 2 hours after you clothes. And he's like, step outside and things like that. And he's like, he gave good suggestions. He was like, do you have your headphones? I'm like, the one day I don't bring them, like, because then I couldn't do the fun stuff that I like to do at the job because it was near where the beeping was happening. However, the beeping, after beeping that long, permeated the whole building at a certain point for me as a sensitive, so I could hear it. And it was just, like I say, like a dog having a whistle being blown, one of those silent whistles. You're just like, it's literally short-circuiting your brain, and that's what was happening. Like, it was funny because I'd be talking to customers and I couldn't remember words. Like, my words just weren't even there. I was talking about something I talk about every day, and like, I went to, hit a specific adjective or something, and all of a sudden my mind just blanked, and I was like, the customers are looking at me, and I was like, I don't know what the word is. Like, so anyways, the whole thing about conforming, this is what I wanted to talk about. Try to wrap this up, is that as a sensitive, try to step out of your comfort zone and not conform to just give the general preferred, not excuse, but reason for things. If you have to talk about yourself, don't substitute an answer for what is the real answer, I guess is what I'm saying. So for instance, like, I wanted to tell him today, or I debated telling him today, like, do I tell him that I'm exhausted from yesterday? Like, he saw the message where I literally wrote, my brain is short-circuiting right now. And then I gave him the example, another visual. I'm like, it would be like blowing a dog whistle, a silent dog whistle to a dog and having them go like crazy. That's where I'm at. So he knew he had a baseline to that. And then I send this message today when he's asking if I want to pick up more hours. And I would normally if I didn't feel so shitty, but I'm recovering from yesterday. That was intense for me. With everything else I'm doing, I got a lot of shadow work I'm doing, inner childhood, it's all the same basically, right? And so that, on top of the fact that I'm still healing my body on a physical level from high iron saturation and toxicity, as well as mold toxicity. And so there's a lot. And plus, I'm healing myself from just finding out my family is emotionally immature, narcissistic, like straight up on that side of the spectrum, evil, like just is about as, as crazy of a story that you can go. And I didn't understand that. So there's just a lot. So taking baby steps every day right now, because I had to kind of take everything I knew from all the healing work I've done in the past 7 years I've been on this journey. And they talk about the fact that you'll hit a moment where it feels like you're going backwards. Sorry, I got a little snotty nose today because, like I say, I'm a little sick. My glands are swollen. It really hit me on a physical level. Yes, my glands are pretty swollen right here, and it's just I'm heavy throughout my whole body. Yeah, and my oh, hold on one sec. Oh, sorry about that disruption. Just had a really good conversation with or about the cats that I am adopting, that I have helped to heal in the past year. And I have Fern sitting right here. But okay, to just try to finish what I was saying before is don't shrink yourself to fit in and conform because of your sensitivities. I was thinking, like, it's one of those things where it's like, I never usually can say the reason, or I've felt that I can't say the reason why I, can't do something, like why I can't, like the example of why I can't work today, because like I need to reharmonize. I need to recalibrate. I need to reboot. I am in a place where my body, I physically feel sick and exhausted, mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, emotionally exhausted. Like everything feels heavy right here. And, that's, this is where you learn to help your boundaries. So I'm perfecting my boundaries. I'm saying no, which is hard for a recovering people pleaser, right? Even though, like, screaming, say yes, say yes. And then, what's the other part I wanted to say? I'm forgetting. Oh, no, I was on a roll for a minute. Okay, hold on. Okay, don't conform. So this was my real-time, transparent truth of a real story of trying to not conform as a sensitive, empathic, intuitive. Say the reason. Start making our norm the norm, that everybody wants to conform to our norm, the sensitive, and it's about seeing the superhero power in it, right? It was just 15:11 on the clock. I've been seeing crazy 1s and 5s, people. Sending you my love. Thank you for watching.